I spreadsheet my spreadsheets. And let's talk about it. Hey guys, this is Andy with Mindset Matters More. This is number 3 in my Canada trip, but part 2 of my insights. So I guess it's part 2. The other one was a part point 5, my pre-Canada insight. And well, anyways, so one of the TED Talks that I got to listen to was about listing. Are they empowering or are they limiting? And I just thought, ah, my God, like this TED Talk is so built for me because I love to list everything. I list everything. I spreadsheet everything. Like I got spreadsheets of my spreadsheets pointing to my spreadsheets so that I can find my spreadsheets, the right one where I need to find that spreadsheet. And like that's just my life. Like I adore being able to tick something off of my checklist. Like I have my list of insights that I'm going to give to you guys. And I got to check off 2 of them already and I was like, toot toot, love it. Because it makes me feel like I've accomplished something that I set out to do. However, she's like she's basically gives this example. And I love this example because it's very true. Okay. So you make a grocery list and you go to the groceries and you're like, yes, okay, I'm sticking to the list. You buy the things on the list and you're done. Right. Now, there's another person who just shows up to the supermarket and is just going up and down the aisles, looking at what looks delicious, what's new, what can I try, what's this? And, they're probably experiencing a whole lot more than the person who's got the list, right? I got the list, that's what I got. So there's good and bad for both, right? So, yeah, you're right. When you make a list, yeah, you're probably going to miss out on new products. You're probably going to miss out on deals. You're probably going to miss out on a whole bunch of stuff. That's fine. Now, the other part is you go in there and what if you forget something? And you got to go back. Like, what if like you specifically want something, or what if somebody asks for something in the house and you forget? Like, then you gotta go back. Like, it becomes more of like a hassle than just like a trip to the grocery store. The way I like to do it is I like to have my list, but I like to browse too, and then I just go and do my thing. Yet both extremes can have their good parts and their downsides. So I can see what she's talking about. Like in general, like are you showing up to work and just checking off a list? If you're building a business, are you just checking off a list? Are you just putting down these things? Like when I think about my spreadsheets, the most prominent one is like my budget. And when I started this budget, I was very much like, no, this is my budget. This is how I have to live. Like, not a penny more. Like, if I have a penny extra, oh, that's going into savings. That's how I'm going to live. But it was very much like, oh, I can't afford that right now. Oh, I can't do that right now. Oh, I can't. So I missed out on a lot of opportunities just to be more like out and about. But that was born out of a fear because before I was just spending money left and right. Shit, I had my phone cut off a few times years ago, not recently, but years ago. Because I was just spending money without no regard to what my bills were, no regard to, oh shit, I actually got to pay this. Nothing in my savings account because everything was just like I couldn't hold on to it. Like, it was like water in my hands. So I can see why you can have these 2 extremes when you make lists. But one of the things that I have found is that, you have a list as like a baseline, but it shouldn't be like your like Bible. It shouldn't be the only way that you live. It should allow for flexibility. And so, in the example of my budget, so now I have my dream budget. It's like, okay, this is what I need in order to live a good life. It already accounts for how much I'm saving. It already accounts for, eating out. It accounts for, traveling. It accounts for my car. It accounts for every single thing that I could possibly or probably want. And then anything above and beyond that is just gravy. right? It's not like a limiting way to think anymore. And I have worked with people, six-figure earners, seven-figure earners, who have like never made a budget for themselves. You know why? Because they're afraid to look at the numbers. Which is wild. You would think you're making all this money. Like, don't you want to know what your money's doing? Like, to me, that makes sense. But I'm digressing right now because I just wanted to like talk about that for a second. But, you know, the lists that like I did for so long, it was like, this is just how I live. This is like how I get anything done. Because if I don't have like a list, then I can't get anything done. Like, I feel like, oh, okay, if I have this list, like I know that I'm gonna get that little dopamine hit crossing this off, so that's what I'm gonna do. And usually it's a good jump start off point. But for a long time it was like, okay, this is my list. If I have nothing else on my list, then I'm gonna go sit and like do nothing. Just go sit and like rot, go TV rot because I'm done with my list. There's nothing more to do on my list. So again, it's just never allowed for any sort of flexibility, which wasn't a way to live either. I mean, if you've been listening for any amount of time, you know my life is kind of black and white, like very extreme in like both sense. And this has really been my journey to equanimity and trying to find balance. And yes, okay, I can have a list, but you know what? Let's go for those random items. Let's check out, see what they have. Let's see what fruits are available. Let's see what new ice cream, sugar free, is there. Let's see what we can find that, will be cool to eat, or my family would enjoy. So yeah, like, live a little. But I'm a fan of lists. I'm not gonna fake that funk. I do get that dopamine hit because for me, it's very much like, that's a part of my that's a part of like how my brain chemistry works. So yeah, have a list, but don't let it be law. And I think that's what I got from this talk. This talk was amazing. The way that she was like talking about it really hit home for me. Because I'd never thought about, how it could be limiting. Like, I understand that like you get shit done when you have it, but at what point is it limiting you? And yeah. So let me know what you guys think. Do you guys use a list or spreadsheet stuff? Because ugh, let me tell you, that's my jam right there. We could talk spreadsheets all day. You want me to ever spreadsheet your life? Sure. I just need two bank statements, two credit card statements. Let me know and I can run them for you. Okay, guys. I'm out of here. Love you. Bye.